All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It is Tuesday. It is Christmas week here in the cave. And as I said yesterday, there's a little bit of pandemonium here because so much Christmas music, it's hard to pack it all into just 5 or 6 days because I love Christmas music. Christmas music is funny though, right? Some people just don't like Christmas music at all. Or is that what I'm getting at? Like you just don't care for it or whatever? That one I don't really understand. But I also feel like there is a ton of bad Christmas music out there. Maybe that's why some people don't like Christmas music. And when I say bad, I just mean I don't care for it. But it turns out it's just what I don't care for mostly is new renditions of the classics. I'm very particular about that. So maybe I shouldn't be as hard on people as maybe I am, but I just, if I'm going to hear Amy Grant sing Christmas songs, I'd probably rather hear someone like Peggy Lee or Eartha Kitt or Bing Crosby or Frank Sinatra. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just one of those things. Maybe that makes me a Christmas music snob. I don't know. But we do have plenty of rock and roll Christmas music here in the cave. And again, but a lot of time that's from the 70s and 80s. But whatever. I mean, whatever. That's just the way it is here in the cave. That's just the way it is. All right. So I love to hear comments from everyone, even if you don't agree with me, or if you say you love this or you love that, or you don't like my selection. I'm totally fine with it. Just love the conversation. Anyway, what are we talking about today? We're doing two things. It's kind of like a make or remake, sort of, or like which one do you like better, but not so much. It's just two versions of one song from two different artists, and I love all of them. First and foremost is the song The Little Drummer Boy. Now, The Little Drummer Boy, I've loved this song since I was a kid. Always have. When we had that Time Life Christmas music record set, and I just love this song. I have always loved this song. And some people don't care for this song, and I don't know, maybe because so many people have covered it that they don't like a lot of the versions. I'm not sure. But the one person who made it the most famous, and I'm going to not probably pronounce his name right, Harry Simeone, born in 1910, died in 2005, a music composer. He gets co-writing credits for it. He basically took a song that he got together at 20th Century Fox, came to him in 1958 and said, hey, we want you to make a Christmas record. And that's what he did. So, and this is probably the version that I heard as a kid, and then when I hear it now, it's just, there's a lot of nostalgia there for me. The Harry Simeone Chorale, he assembled that group to make this record, and this is just classic Christmas music. And then later on my 13th birthday, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts put out their record album I Love Rock and Roll, her first record with the Blackhearts, and that's one of the first rock and roll records that I remember loving. Crimson and Clover, I Love Rock and Roll, and the song Nag. If you don't know Nag, check that out, but that's for another day. But she does a version of The Little Drummer Boy that I approve of, and I loved it from the beginning. And I feel like it wasn't on all formats. I feel like it was on the cassette, but not the record. I don't know. I feel like that was a thing. Like when the CD came out, the CD omitted it unless it was an import. I feel like that was a thing. But anyway. The Little Drummer Boy from Joan Jett and the Blackhearts is near and dear to my heart equally. I think they did an awesome rock and roll version, and trust me, there's a lot of rock and roll out there that don't do Christmas songs justice. But this is one that gets my seal of approval. So tell me what you think. Tell me what your story is about these two and what you think. Next up, we're going with another favorite in my house. This is just great, and it doesn't really matter who's doing it as long as they do a good job, but it's Carol of the Bells. Love this. As long as someone's doing a good job of it, it's pretty amazing. But we're going to talk about two. We're talking about Andy Williams' version. That one comes on, and I just turn it up every time. And I think, wow, he did a nice job. And then the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. To see all of them singing that with this, and just the hair goes up on the back of your neck when you hear this. I can only imagine what it'd be like to hear that sung by the Mormon Tabernacle Choir live somewhere. Carol of the Bells is just amazing the way it builds and builds and builds. It's a Ukrainian composed piece from 1914 based on a Ukrainian folk chant. And there's a long story about how they had Christianity was not introduced to them, and this was based on a New Year, and then they changed their New Year, and Christianity came along. And anyway, there's a long thing about them coming to the United States and performing it for the first time in the United States ever at Carnegie Hall, and then it becoming like a thing where they make the lyrics in English. Anyway, but you can have Mannheim Steamroller do it, Pentatonics, even Sabotage, the metal band, got a very popular version of it. But in general, if it's close to the classic version, Carol of the Bells is just amazing, amazing song. So those are the 4 songs you're checking out today here on the Rock Cave. It's almost 7 minutes. Time to go. But those are some favorites, and I'm looking forward to the rest of this week where we throw a bunch. I mean, each day might be longer episodes where I try to get more and more out to you. But this is what you got today. Check it out. Tell me your likes and dislikes. Tell me what you think. Post below. Love the comments, like I said. And as usual, I'll catch you on the flip side.